I think what student activism did was that it opened up, I think, students to be much more involved with macro agendas and macro policies and macro what was going on in the world became much more part of the life of the university. And while the war, anti-war, look, the anti-war, the strike did nothing about. The war was not shortened or changed or anything. The thing that did have a meaningful thing, again, was the year before, the real beginnings of the civil rights movement.
We were making demands for more Black faculty, more social life. I mean, those were the main things. And, get rid of certain symbols that were offensive, like the Confederate flag and those types of things.
One of the things that we really pushed was, you need to hire more Black faculty. And we got the typical response, well, we can't find anybody qualified. And we said, well, we knew you were going to say that. So we gave them 3 resumes. And to their credit, they actually hired one of them. So I was impressed with that.
The first semester I was back, Roger Hickey and I went to a meeting at the Newman Student Center with the director of athletics. And one of us asked, why don't we have any Black athletes? And the athletic director said, believe me, I would love to recruit, but the Alumni Association has not given us the green light on it. So that was the first official admission that there was actually a policy instead of all these excuses like the ones Bud talked about, they wouldn't fit in and blah, blah, blah. It was policy.
The barbers on the corner would not cut Black students' hair. And that became a big story on the front page. And it really instigated a real unity amongst the university community that something had to be done.
I teach communication law, and I always tell the story of the libel suit. We had an article that talked about 2 police officers as having reputations in the Black community for their racism and brutality. They sued the Virginia Weekly and every individual they could identify connected with it. And we got Gail Marshall, who at the law school, to represent us. And she said the best defense on libel is truth. So we went out in the community and we went door to door in the Black community, and we collected probably 100 affidavits of stories of these 2 cops and the things they had done that reflected that their reputation was for racism and brutality. And she presented that to their lawyer and said, we can take this to trial if you want. You guys are not going to come out looking too good. And they dropped it. So things like that, that it was, I think, besides the Charlottesville Tribune, a lot of people active in the Black community in Charlottesville did see the Weekly as a place to get their message, particularly out to the university community. And that was an important bridge.
I want to know if the Black Lives Matter protests that you see today are particularly resonant of what you saw in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's an uncomfortable reminder of the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Bad news is when you look at the demands that the BSA has advanced through the years, they don't seem to change. Primarily at the top, you'll see more Black faculty, more Black faculty, more Black faculty. And unfortunately, I think the university has struggled in that area. So,
Black Lives Matter reminds me of the demonstrations that I took part in when I was in high school and later. As a matter of fact, I don't think that any type of progress could be made unless we had those types of demonstrations with the numbers of people that are involved in it today.
I personally believe that this last series of events over the last couple of months, I personally believe that I'm more confident that it is being more widely felt that this is a topic that has to be addressed, that it's not going away. It has to be, we have to do a better job. And I think there will be progress, on that front across the United States.